Alrighty. Notice these guys out here to the north out here. They're just starting to slowly work their way into the meadow here. They came up over here a couple hours ago. About an hour or so ago they were over by those trees just out there in the distance there, and they slowly working their way in. There is a couple out here that they do have injuries, and because it's not a holding pen per se. They try to keep as much natural as possible. They let nature run its course, whatever that may be. But yes, there are a few out here that may have a little injury here or there, but the state tries to avoid interfering with Mother Nature as much as possible. Yes, we do feed them. Yes, we check them and whatnot. But as far as everything else, that's it. They come and go as they please. We have anywhere from about 400 to 800 head of elk that come through here. That's a good possibility. I had a guy on my last ride say that he got elk this year, and he got it home and started taking care of it and found an old arrowhead in it, and so that's very much the possibilities. But yeah. So now I'm trying to find Waldo. I'm not. He must have meandered. There's a sheep out here. His name's Waldo. Yep, he got separated from his herd a couple years ago, and he doesn't have any tags on, and he still got his tail, and he thinks he's part of the herd. So as the elk come, he comes. As the elk leave, he leaves, and he comes back every year with them. He just thinks that's what he's part of them. He's just white. That's why he's Waldo, because sometimes he blends in. But
do you have a way to treat like that one who's injured?
No.
You leave him like that.
We leave them. We want to, as wild as they can be, we try to leave them. Let Mother Nature do its course. We don't want to interfere with, because right now we're in this wagon, and we have a good relationship with the elk as long as we're in the wagon. As soon as we get out of the wagon, we become a predator. So they all scatter. That's why we ask you to hold on to your things and whatnot. It's for that reason. Is because they will try to scatter and get out of here. And we don't like that. We don't want that. And so because of that, we try to leave it as close to natural as we can.
So what reason they come here? What reason they come here?
It's a migration area, right? They're passing through, and now they know that there's hay here, there's feed here, so this is a stopping point for them, if you will. Kind of like a truck stop for us. They see a buffet line and they want to go partake of it, which I don't blame them. And so they come through and they come and go as they please, as I said. And like I said earlier, the fences here, they're not to keep them in, they're to keep other things out. And so we'll keep moving up, and yeah, so we'll start feeding them the 1st of December, and we'll end in February, first part of February, and then the elk will start traveling in about September. Then they'll leave right after we get done feeding. Like if we were to stop today, a lot of these elk would just pass through, and that's what their whole goal of this whole thing is just to help them out, keep them out of the valley, and whatnot. But we'll continue on our way, and there's a bull up here. Hopefully he's still here. That has a messed up antler. What's that? The very beginning. We'll go see if we can see them again.
How often do you feed them per day?
We feed them once a day. Once a day. They'll eat about 8 to 10 pounds a day. During the feeding season, they'll probably go through 200 to 300 tons of hay that we'll feed during this feeding season.
No pizza or French fries?
No pizza or French fries. That sounds really good right now, though. All right, here we go. Everyone take a seat and away we go. Boys. Duck. G over. G over.
As Mr. Granger said, these animals are not caged here because this is not a zoo. Just they feed them during the winter. That's why they come here. They come here for feeding, so they stay around and they cause no problems. So people can come here and watch these animals and learn a little bit about them. So they are free to go, or they are free to come. Any animal that is injured, they don't take care of them because they are wild. They can move anytime. So I'm trying to get closer to them. As you can see, even if they are wild, but
Whoa.
they don't close.
Whoa.
They don't run away. They are
Whoa.
very close. They are
Whoa.
curious.
This bull right over here that you guys just saw his head stick up. He's eating in the midst of all those ladies over there. He just came in a day or two ago. But he's pretty good size one for what we got here going on right now. No, we got a couple that peeked their heads up over the ridge over there yesterday, and then they said not today. They all turned around and went the other direction. We won't see any of the big guys probably until later in the year when there gets more snow and whatnot. And as that time comes, then we saw a couple coming over there yesterday, and then a couple weeks ago we saw there's quite a few that hang out in that saddle over there. Now, as you guys pay attention to the antlers on these elk, the darker they are, that tells you how long or how deep into the trees and the pines that they are, because of all the sap and what that gets down on their antlers. Will indicate to you how long they've really been deep in the hearts of the trees, and whatnot.
I see some of them have like tags. So how you guys put tags on them? Like
So
that
when
one?
we trap them over out there, we'll tag all the bulls. The purpose of that is to keep migration records of as they come and go, if they come back again and whatnot. Not all of them have them, but some of them do. And it's just the only purpose for that is to keep a tally and keep an idea of their travel, their migration details.
How do you tag them? Do you put them to sleep, then you put a tag, or how you do that?
Yeah, we out there we'll run it, get them and trap them in there over. And that's all taken care of out that way. We got a little ear gun that they tag them with it, and whatnot. So, but yeah, we like to get the collars on and whatnot. Absolutely. So, any other questions, and we'll move on to down the road a little bit. Okay, here we go. You guys hear those calves talking to their moms, all the chaos going on out here. They get separated from their moms, and they'll hear about an hour or two ago, everyone was running all over the place, and you could hear all the calves calling for their moms and whatnot.
There are some of them staying here till summer, or they got to go once you stop?
No, they're free to come and go however they please. We don't keep track of how long one stays or this or that. Majority of them will stay for a little while just because there's free food.
Yeah.
And they're not being bothered. They feel protected here, so they'll stay for a little while. That's also why we stop at 4:30 is because they'll eat all this hay and they'll start heading out and find another food, and then they'll be back in the morning. So 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, there was only 200 elk here. Now there's over 450. We're slowly getting more and more, especially with the weather we had last week. And then this coming week with the weather, it's how it's supposed to be. We're anticipating more to come in.
Was there any case of those felines like mountain lions coming?
There are mountain lions out and around, but because there's so much foot traffic with us and everything, they stay out and away. Yeah.
How much big bull weight?
They weigh between 700 and 800 pounds. The calves weigh around 150, 175. The cows weigh around 400 or 500 pounds. So,
is there a way you find the age of?
There you go. There's a calf found its mom.
There's a calf that is taking milk from mom. He looks like a grown, so I don't know why it keeps feeding with milk. Oh. How do you know the age? Oh. That one?
All right, here we go. Bert, Doc, step up. Oh, right there's the one with the funky antlers there. We don't know if it's a genetic thing or if he hit it on a tree or broke it in a fight or whatnot. See if he sticks his head up here in a minute or so. And for you guys that are hunters out there, we asked this the state lady came out, and one of our guests asked if he was considered a spike, because there's 4 qualifications for a spike, and one of them is if one of the antlers droop below the ear, and this one technically is below the ear, the one side of the antlers. And so she was like, "Nope, not touching that. Not going there today."
Do some of them come like in family or each?
So they come in about, we've seen some come in 4 or 6 groups, 10, 15, 20. So it just varies. But, alrighty, here we go. Any questions before we get going? Alrighty, you guys are making my job easy. Step up.
As you can see, they have some of females can have babies that are still breastfed. This one of the big bull here.
Move that board, Haze. Haze, move that block.
So now we finish our tower, and
Oh,
I'm done with almost. I'm
Bert,
done with the video. So
Bert,
you saw Erks.
Bert,
They are wild.
Bert.
They come because
Oh,
of the
boys.
feed here.
Please stay seated for
especially
just a
winter.
second. Good, and we need to step him forward. Good. You are now free to move about the cabin. Thank you guys very much for coming to see us today. Hope you had an enjoyable time here at the hardware. Please be safe going down out of this canyon. Have a Merry Christmas.
You too, Granda. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any advice for people to protect wildlife?
Leave it as you see it.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year.